Welcome back, loves. Today we are going to be doing a sit-down video going over my first full week being back on clean food, being back in the gym. Just some things I've noticed positive-wise, negative-wise, and maybe even some tips for anyone that's going through their first week being back into a healthy lifestyle. So there's 3 positive things that I've noticed so far, and that is 1, my mental clarity has been so much better than it has in the past few months. It's outrageous to me. I mean, the first couple days back in the gym, I noticed that it was easier for me to get up in the morning to go work out. It was easier for me to be in a better mood all day long, and it was so much easier to get through my day because I had great amounts of energy to get me through the day, if that makes sense. So that's the biggest thing I've noticed was my mental clarity. My second was my reducing migraines. For the past year or 2, I've had really bad migraines. They've gotten to the point where they're literally maybe every other day, if not every day. And that's my second biggest thing that I've noticed just in this first week is that I've only had 1 migraine this week. And for me, that's huge because, I mean, when I say migraines, I mean full-blown migraines. Like, they get to the point where I can't sleep. I can't even look at my phone because of the light. Even if I have the brightness turned all the way down, I can't even just look at my phone. I can't listen to things. It's miserable. And that's my biggest thing this first week is that I've only had 1 migraine. And like I said, normally having them every other day, going down to 1 a week is huge for me. It makes me so excited because I don't have to deal with migraines as often as I used to. And now this third thing kind of was pointed out in point 1 that I had, but my boost in energy is just insane. I mean, right now I'm working out about 4 times a week with 3 rest days, you know, just so I can ease myself back into working out frequently and as heavily as I used to. But yeah, I've been working out in the mornings before I go to work, and my energy throughout the day has been consistently high. And it's not like a caffeine high. It's not like something that you get a lot of energy from and then you just crash. I've had this energy consistent throughout the day, and I was getting up at 3:30 to be at the gym by 4 a.m. and then be at work by 7, and I wouldn't go to sleep until 8 or 9. So I was up for well over 12, 14 hours a day, and I was still having consistently high amounts of energy. So those are gonna be my top 3 things that I've noticed this week. I haven't noticed really anything physically, but that's to be expected because that takes time. But like I said, the mental clarity, energy, and reducing migraines are gonna be my 3 things that are just keeping me motivated to go back into the gym. My 2 cons or bad things that I've noticed this week are, number 1, sticking with my food. It has been really hard for me to just not indulge in unhealthy foods and sweets, treats, all that. I mean, before you start counting macros, you really don't know what bad qualities certain foods have until you start tracking them, and you're like, this meal would have been my whole calorie count for the day. And so that's been my biggest con, or my biggest con for the first week so far is that I've been trying so hard to stay good with my food, and it's been literally the hardest thing this week. I mean, getting up, going to the gym, that's easy for me because I have that, the gym is my safe space. That gym is where I leave everything behind from the previous day or the day forward. It's just, I'm good, I can do it, but food is a whole nother level. It's just been a little bit of a struggle for me this week, and I really think that I'll be able to keep pushing forward in this next couple of weeks because I know that I need to eat that food to give me the energy that I need in the gym and to continue pushing. So I really hope that that'll be easier as time goes on, but again, that's my first con for this week. My second con would be how my body feels. And now I know that necessarily it should be a good thing, like my body should feel better, and it does, but it does feel weak. I feel so weak in the gym compared to what I used to be doing a couple years ago, and it's really discouraging, and I'm trying to keep my mind right. I'm trying to remind myself that, you know, I haven't been in the gym for a long time. I haven't been as active as I used to be, so I know that you need to start small and work your way back up. But my body is so sore after working out. I mean, I'll even be drinking BCAAs throughout the day, throughout my workout to help recovery, and they're still just sore. I just feel weak. So that's my second con for my first week back. And I know that's being a little harsh on myself, but I have high hopes and I have high goals and standards that I know I should live by and I know I can be able to reach. It's just discouraging to try get yourself in the gym and your whole body's sore and fatigued and you don't necessarily feel like you want to keep going. So those are gonna be my two cons for this first week. Now I do have 3 tips for anyone else and really that I keep reminding myself because they have been super helpful. The first one being is to set small goals. You know, like so for the first month, maybe you wanna just set a goal to lose 5 pounds because realistically, if you set a goal, you wanna lose 5 pounds, 10 pounds a week and you step on the scale and you either don't see any change or you see little to no change, you're gonna get discouraged and you're just gonna wanna quit. So my first tip is to set small, realistic goals that you know you can attain and then build from there. So set short-term goals and long-term goals. Where do you wanna be in 2 months? What do you wanna be in 3 months? And where do you wanna be a year? That way you have smaller goals that you're continuously checking off, working towards that bigger goal. Now, my second tip is gonna be to take your measurements versus weighing yourself. I'm not saying to do one or the other. I'm saying you should do both, but it's easier, especially in the beginning, to see progress when you measure yourself versus when you weigh yourself. Because I weighed myself this morning. I'm gonna be doing weigh-ins on Sundays every other week, but I just wanted to step on the scale to see where I'm at. I stepped on the scale and I saw no change, which that could be a good thing because I have had a couple cheats this week, but I measured myself and I noticed that I have lost a couple inches off my waist. So for someone like me who needs to see progress right away, measuring yourself is gonna be easier to keep yourself motivated because you're gonna see that change versus being on a scale and you might not necessarily see any change or any difference, but it's there. Physical changes take a while to notice, especially if you're just eyeballing yourself. Like if you're taking progress pictures every month, it might not be as easy to see those changes versus you measuring yourself and you can physically see that you have made progress and you are doing better. So that's my second tip. My third tip is not necessarily something you need to do for yourself in the gym or at home. It's more along of a social type of tip. Don't expect other people to jump on the bandwagon with you. You know, you've made this choice to live a healthy lifestyle and motivate yourself and do better, but you can't expect your friends, family, loved ones, you can't expect them to jump on this healthy lifestyle with you. You're gonna have people that are gonna say, you know, good for you, good job, I could never do that, and they'll support you, and that's great, but then you're gonna have people who are gonna be, oh, I'm gonna be there for you, I'll show up for you, and they don't. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you just have to keep a mental reminder that you can't expect everyone to eat the way you do, to work out with you. You're gonna have to get used to people saying, well, why do you eat that food? Why do you meal prep? It's because we have goals. That is my third and most biggest tip I can give you guys, and I have to constantly remind myself every day that tip because you should be doing this for yourself. You shouldn't be doing it to please anyone. You shouldn't be doing it to necessarily have a smoking hot bod. You need to do it for yourself and for the fact that you want to live a healthier lifestyle. You want to be a better person. You need to do this for yourself. So if everyone else either gives you a hard time or doesn't join and doesn't live this life with you, that's okay. But you need to keep doing it for yourself so that way you can live that lifestyle that you want to live and still make goals without getting discouraged by other people. So those are gonna be my 3 tips for this first week. And I'm gonna wrap this video up because I've been rambling just a little bit. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you liked this video. My next video is either going to be a new and improved meal prep because let's be honest, that last meal prep I posted, I'm not 100% proud of, but I'm gonna leave it there. We'll move on from it, or I'll post out a workout video. I'll be doing 2 weigh-ins a month. I'm not super concerned with what my weight says on the scale, but I just want to do it to keep myself accountable, to see any type of changes at all. And I will see you guys in my next video. Make sure you guys give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, And don't forget to hit that bell so you guys never miss a video with me again, and I will see you next week. Bye guys.